What's up, everybody? Ben Stucker here from MortgageCS with Yadi Toledo. Yadi, what's up?
What's up?
We're here in Northern Liberties today to learn a little bit about this community. So Yadi, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Okay.
First, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about where we are.
All right, so I am a realtor with ST Realty Network at EXP. I've been in the business for just over 5 years. And right now we're standing in the Piazza in Northern Liberties, as you mentioned,
Yep.
home of the former Smith's Brewery. Yeah, like you see a little bit of it still back there. It was at one point the largest brewery in Philadelphia, so a little tidbit on that.
Very cool. So tell us a little bit about where we are right now. I'm looking around, I see apartments, I see a Starbucks over there, there's a playground, there's a stage behind us, there's parking it looks like. Where are we?
We're in the Piazza. Just off of Girard Avenue on 2nd Street. So you're correct, there's a lot of shops here, there's some apartments up there, and there's also a pool. It's right behind us.
Oh, wow.
Little playground for the kiddos, coffee, restaurants.
And you're familiar with the area, you live around here.
I
is
do,
that right?
yep. I am about a 5 to 10 minute walk away.
Awesome.
Right in the neighborhood.
So do you ever come here on the weekends?
Oh, I do. Maybe
You
a
do?
little too much. Lots of restaurants, fun. One of my favorite places is El Camino right over there. You have North 3rd just on 3rd Street, so that's a good spot to go and visit.
Yeah. And just walking down, I've seen the restaurants, I can kind of see them through here. There's lights, there's trees, there's umbrellas. We've got that big yellow awning is a huge, what's that, a brewery there?
That is a brewery there.
Yeah, a lot of breweries here. Seems like
Yep.
a very fun area for a
It
nightlife.
is, yep. So lots of entertainment. I mean, you really have a mixture here. You have some families, you have some young professionals, so it's a nice place where everyone can come together. As you see, like I mentioned, there is a playground for the kiddos, but then you also have the pool there where people come and gather who live in the buildings and just have like a great weekend during the summer.
All right, Yadi, so you are a real estate professional and we are here in Northern Liberties. We want to learn a little bit about this environment, right? Every community is different. It is now towards the end of June in 2022, so we've come off this crazy cycle of FOMO for buying homes, right?
Yes.
And now we're sort of entering a little bit of a different time. So tell us about Northern Liberties, tell us about the real estate market here. What should someone expect as a buyer in this area?
So as a buyer in this area, you can expect competition. It is a very desirable neighborhood, as we touched on, like for families, for young professionals, everyone wants to be here. You have your townhomes, your traditional row homes. You also have some condos that are coming into the city and being built. So there's something for everyone here, but there is some competition just because we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown on the inventory of what's becoming available at this time. So just be patient. What you're looking for is out there. It just might take a little bit of time, and you have to really align yourself with someone that's going to know how to make your offer stand out when you are ready to submit an offer.
Great. Talk to me about the prices here. What should I expect? If I'm looking for maybe a condo, what would be a normal price range maybe for a 2-bedroom condo? And then how about townhomes?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the median price point in this area is about $500,000.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, you can go from, I mean, there obviously are some lower price points here, but we go all the way up to in $4 million price point.
Holy moly.
So there's a wide range. When I said that it's something for everyone here, I wasn't kidding. So if you're looking to move into the area, you can certainly find something, but I would say in the $400,000 range if you're looking for something entry level, like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom.
Okay, great. But now are those mostly condos that would also have an association fee of some type generally?
Yes.
Okay.
Typically.
And how are the association fees?
I would say that they're pretty decent in comparison to other sections of the cities where condos are popular. Anywhere from maybe $200 a month on up.
Okay.
And of course that would depend on whether the building has some amenities to offer you, if there's parking and things like that.
Great. All right, Yadi, so we're here in Northern Liberties and we're looking around. What are some of the things, if I'm a buyer, right, and I'm looking at this area, what are some of the things that I'm going to find ideal about living here?
Yeah, I think what residents love is truly just how accessible it is to different areas. You can just jump on the Ben Franklin and head over to South Jersey. So we do have people here who work across the bridge and just want that easier commute. You can jump on 676, you can jump on 95. You have the Market Frankfurt L line close by. You have the trolley system on Girard Avenue. Actually, you have two points of access to the Market Frankfurt line. You have the Spring Garden stop, and you also have the one on Front and Girard. And you're really not too far away if you wanted to walk to the Broad Street line as well. And then just lifestyle. I mean, what's not to love? You have restaurants, you have boutiques, you have coffee shops, playgrounds, you have Liberty Lands, which is a nice local green space where there's like community gardens there. So lots to offer, whether you're just looking to have a great time with friends, or if you have a young family and you want to just have a nice sense of community in your neighborhood.
And I think accessibility is so important, right? Especially over the last few years with the pandemic. Now it's like, where can I live where I can still get out and go places and be social, but outside, or just different places, right?
Absolutely, yep. Just like if you wanted to stretch your legs and go for a walk, you can. You can like a lot of people are working from home. You can just head outside, go work in a coffee shop. You can actually sit out here and work. You can go to a park.
All right, Yadi, so how about first-time buyers? Is this a good neighborhood for first-time buyers?
Absolutely. I think, like with anything, it's just being very realistic. Just really honing in on what is super important for you to have in your space. I know everyone has that long wish list, like, great amenities and parking, and that might not be realistic for the first time around. You might have to settle for street parking, which is fine. You can actually get permits through the city, and you can park on the city streets and you don't have to adhere to the time frames. You might circle a little bit to find your spot, but it's still workable, right? So just being realistic with what that goal is, and not to switch topics a little bit, but there are some really great neighborhoods around Northern Liberties. So you're really close to Fishtown. Right across Girard Avenue, you have Old Kensington. Both neighborhoods have really seen a bunch of growth in the last 10 to 15 years. So if you can't find what you're looking for in Northern Liberties, maybe it's just a matter of being creative and seeing what you can find close by.
And those neighborhoods are just a 5-minute walk from here, right?
Literally.
So it's kind of the same, but different, but close enough.
And you're still close enough to have access. So I know that a lot of times when I get my first-time buyers, or just buyers in general, they'll start off with their search in Northern Liberties. And if they can't find exactly what they're looking for, they do tend to venture out. So I think the important thing there is just stay realistic and don't get discouraged, because there's something for you close by.
That's great. All right, Yadi, talk to us about real estate investing in this area, or real estate investors, or how should we be thinking about properties that someone might want to invest in this area?
I think, it's no secret, there's been a lot of development in this area from big time developers, taking up blocks and doing condos and apartments with it. So I think a good strategy for an investor in this community would be, maybe you own or occupy for a bit of time, and then as you transition into a larger space, or you outgrow that space, then you hold on to it as a rental, because there's always, people looking to rent. So that's one strategy that you could go if you're an investor.
Yeah, it seems, especially with the close proximity from a community perspective, right?
Absolutely.
You can gather professionals from basically anywhere in South Jersey, anywhere in Philly.
Absolutely.
And you're good to go. And I came down from Bucks County today, which still was only 25 minutes away.
Yep.
It really wasn't bad at all. So even moving, even if you're working up north a little bit from here, it's easy, right up 95.
Absolutely.
Quick shot. All right, Yadi, thank you so much for your time talking about the environment and talking about the real estate environment for buyers and for investors. Let's talk about you. Very cool. So this is where we get to brag a little bit about you.
Okay.
So we've had the pleasure of working together on multiple occasions. You are an absolute professional, crush it at what you do. So we all appreciate that. Your clients appreciate that, I'm sure. But talk to us about this area and you. What's your connection to this area? What is it that makes you as an agent really a superstar in this particular area? Because I know you are. So now you gotta tell me what it is.
All right. So like I said earlier, I have been in real estate for about 5 years, but I've actually lived in this area my whole life. I won't tell you how many years
All
that
21
is.
years.
30 something. So I think that's really what, I know that's what I have to offer clients that are looking to purchase in this area. I go for my morning walks, my evening walks. I do my socializing in this community. I hang out at the local bars or restaurants, So really I just have, my finger on the pulse of the community, I guess you could say. Like I live here and I can tell you and share special anecdotes about it, or just tell you where, give you some insight on where you might want to be within Northern Liberties.
Yeah, I think that's so important, right? Because when you're thinking about a house, you've got inside the place is one thing, right? We look at these great pictures and the great kitchen and the great bathrooms, but as soon as you walk outside or as soon as you look out your window, what are you seeing? And how's that going to change over the next year or 2 years or 5 years, or how has it changed and what's the trend like in the community? So those are things that you can really share with people as far as, hey, this area would be great, but this thing is happening. So if you're cool with that, then that's the place to go, right? So it's sort of things like that.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the biggest things that a buyer always says when they're looking is, yes, they have their criteria. They have 2 bedrooms, they want parking, they, whatever the list is. But they also share little pieces as we're going through and touring different properties. They share little pieces about their lifestyle and how a neighborhood or a community will work within that lifestyle. Do they like to do brunches on the weekends? Do they want to avoid crowds? So just having someone that is locally based, I think, provides some of that information. I can tell them what Second Street is like on the weekends. I can tell them, if they want more quiet, kind of what pockets to stay within. So.
All right, most important question. If I'm buying a house, what is the single most important thing that I need to know now in June 2022?
I think, in June 2022 and probably before and after, the biggest thing that you want to do as a buyer is to make sure that you're building the right team. I always tell that to prospective clients when we're on our initial calls. Your realtor, your lender, that's your team. You want to make sure that you're working with people that are responsive, that their communication style works for you, that they have experience, they're efficient. So just really do your homework, make sure you're connecting with the right people, and you'll be set up for success.
Great piece of advice coming from Yadi. Thank you. Yep. Thank you for that, Yadi. We really appreciate your time today. It's so great to chat with you here in Northern Liberties in Philadelphia. It is, as a reminder, just all the information, it is June 2022.
Yes, it is.
So it may be a very different market in 30 days from now. Who knows?
Who knows?
But for now, we had a great time learning from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And any closing remarks from you?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And MortgageCS is amazing. So if you're looking for a lender, please reach out to Ben and his team.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we're going to put contact information for Yadi at the end of this video. Give her a call, Philadelphia. Now, you also work up in Bucks, I know, right?
I do. I have. Yeah, yep.
Okay. So give her a call if you're looking for a fresh perspective. You absolutely will not be disappointed.